Do you want to know how these diesel heaters are inside? Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to take them apart so the way you can see how everything is connected, so the way you can do yours. Now I'm going to show you how it's inside. So once you remove the cover, you're going to have the space for the tank, as you can see there. And then you have the heater. So the advantage of having something like that is that you don't have to waste any time, building anything. Just make a small hole on the floor and run the muffler, and everything. The pipe for the exhaust, as you can see here. Here you have the muffler, and that's it. So basically, it comes like that in this angle. Otherwise, if you put it in any other angle, it will not work. And here I'm going to show you the bottom, as you can see here. So this is the one that is close to the fuel line. This is the air intake, and here you have the exhaust. So this is the one that goes to this metal pipe, and the other one that is aluminum like this. This is only for the intake of air, and with this filter that there is no filter inside. So, and you have all these clamps that you see here. So that is what you're going to use to keep everything in place. And here you have this is the connector that goes here, as you can see here. So you're going to put this red with red, black with black, and then the other ones goes to a power supply if you're going to use it at home, or you can run it to the battery of your car, truck, mobile home, whatever you are using. So remember, the one that is closest to the fuel line is the intake, the other is the exhaust. And I don't like these type of connectors that you see here, but I'm going to tell you in a little bit. So basically, once you have the pipeline, you make a hole, on your van or on your room, bedroom, or anything like that, wherever you want to have this, and then you can run it straight over here or straight to the floor, and you can do basically the same thing in both. So I have another truck with this, and the problem is over time it will start cracking up, and then you're going to have a leak here too. So I don't like this, so I'm going to leave it, in this case I'm going to leave it like that. Otherwise you have to replace the fuel line with something a little bit thicker, and then so that way you can put it straight to the fuel pump. That will be my advice, and same thing here. I have done that in my other box truck that I have, and it works just fine. Otherwise, it might be an issue in the future. With the heat gun, you can make it increase, it will expand a little bit, and then you can just put the fuel line straight here, and that's it. So here, as you can see, there is no fuel filter or anything like that. So if you want your fuel pump to last longer, I would recommend to add a fuel filter here. And otherwise, like every 2 or 3 years, you may have to change this. So if you're wondering, okay, how do you know when the fuel pump is bad? It's because the fuel pump start getting quiet until it stopped working. At least that was in my case. So I had another one, I just swap it, and that's it. So everything started working just fine. So as you can see, here we have the display, the remote control, and everything is plugged in already. So all you have to do is just put this back, the cover back, and that's it. So it's kind of portable. One thing that you have to keep in mind is if you're going to keep it in your bedroom, make sure that the whole unit is inside. Otherwise, some people, what they do is they leave this unit outside, and then they use flex conduit that you will see here. They put it just here, and then they make it run inside of the house or the truck or whatever. The problem is that you're not going to be recirculating the air. So if you have like warm air here, it's going to be very hot here, and so on. So every little bit of cold air is going to get warm, and that's it. Otherwise, if you leave it outside, you're going to get cold air all the time, and you're going to spend more dollars or pesos in fuel because they have to work a little bit harder. Otherwise, the circulation is very important. Other thing that you have to know with this, if you, I mean, something like that, the tank will last around maybe 1 or 2 days with this. If you have a bigger tank, like 13 gallons or maybe almost 2 gallons, like 2 gallons, it will last like a week in minimum. So if you are running, if you're running this, like in very high settings, is in a day or two, it's going to deplete the whole thing. So make sure that you have a vent that is very well insulated, or your house, or whatever. And if you have a divider between the driver side and the cargo area, that will help a lot. And that's it. So here you have the fuse. So if you have any issue, you have to take it apart. So it's good to know how this works. So what I like about this is you don't have to build a frame or anything like that if you're going to use it in a house. So in this case, I'm going to use it in a house, and that's it. So another thing, if you're thinking, okay, what is the difference between this guy is tall and skinny, or the short and fat? So basically you're going to get the same fuel tank. So as you can see, this is blue and this is blue cap, so basically the same size, and you're going to get almost the same thing. So instead of being wider, it's going to be taller, and that's it. So here you have all the instructions, but basically all you have to do is just you do what I said. It's just connect this in the bottom, use the clamps, use this in the bottom as well, this on the side, and use the muffler. I don't see a big difference with the muffler, so you can use it, you cannot use it. So if you want, just use it because you have it here. I mean, if you want, you can put maybe something, so that way it will filter the air, otherwise it will not make any sense. So you have to make a hole, so you make a hole with a hole saw here, and then put it here on this side of the wall, and then rerun this, and then in the other side you just hook it up to that place. Basically that is how it works. So there are some people that they were complaining, about the tick of the pump. There is one guy that I found on internet. He sells this pump, but another type of pump that he built himself. He will charge you like $100 for that, but it's as much as this, but it's 100% quiet. You're not going to feel anything. So with this, even if you buy the regular ones, you're going to hear the click, 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 click. There is another one that is a little bit more quiet, but you're going to spend like $40-50, and it's half of the price of the other one, but you're going to still hear the click, 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 but maybe a little bit less. So if you don't want to hear anything at all, just buy the other one. If you want, I can try to leave in the video description his email. You buy it, he will send it to you, and that's it. That is how it sounds without the muffler or anything like that. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you need something like that, if you need tools, electronics, or anything like that, I am in US and I can send it to you anywhere. So see you next time.